Okay, welcome to Satisfactory. I will just continue. And the thing is that I did play outside of my streaming time, so I have continued the factory a little bit. I do have sulfur going along this belt. I do have probably added another coal belt. I have basically gone all the way over there, and also I have an explorer car now. And back there's somewhere sulfur and also coal somewhere, maybe on this hill, I'm not sure exactly where it is. Maybe also right here. Sadly, it doesn't really show the factory on the minimap. I don't know if there's a way to show these things. They do show these tags and... Can I see the coal actually? Yeah, that's the coal up there that I have first gotten to. Or I guess secondly. I have gotten to the coal that is about there earlier, but it's not that much, so then I decided to take this coal and also this lake, because I need a lot of water for coal production. And right now I'm trying to make explosives. So yeah, this is black powder. I just need the black in the black powder, which is the coal. And I need to set up some kind of cool system that uses probably splitters. I wonder whether I can just turn this around. Hello, Senrox. Yes, I do have a lot of spaghetti. It's very tasty. I wonder if I should build the other things first. So I need these conveyor lifts. Basically the 3D spaghetti. Not sure which of these tiers I need, but I will use the reversed mode. And so the second resource, the coal, will come in on the top. Yeah, higher tier would be best tier, of course. But I only need 15 coal per minute, so the first belt would definitely be enough. But generally, if I had the luxury of getting infinite resources, then I would do that. Somehow I think I would like to add a splitter up there, and apparently I can. Does this work? Or does this look weird? This really looks weird. I don't think this is supposed to work. I might just try it out, but I will see. So I need another splitter. Sadly, I can't really align this right here. And I think Conveyor Belt Mark II should be enough. I don't remember, maybe it was yellow. I will see whether any coal actually arrives in that machine. Have to wait until this arrives. If it stops... No, it's actually getting transported down. So this is totally valid, apparently. One problem is that I want to have the same elevator right here. And then, firstly, this power pole will be in the way, and secondly, I have to do a weird turn to actually get into that elevator, but I will just try it and see where it ends up. So this doesn't work. So I will have to put this splitter further back. But it's interesting to know that this kind of putting together works. Now it almost looks like this is already connected and the splitter was only in the way. But now no more coal is actually getting into that. So I guess I have to redo that slightly. And what I will do is just build a stack of splitters. I think that one might be high enough. Not sure if it aligns properly. I guess it does. Let's try that again. Now I actually see what's going on rather than having to guess where things go. And quite soon I want to build blueprints for a lot of things, so then I don't have to build all those kinds of manual things anymore. There are often things that just need 2 different resources, and I might even have more than 3 factories next to each other. Yeah, that is the dimension that's not really available in Factorio. Might just upgrade this even more. And the coal shortly disappears but then reappears, so I didn't take it away. Now I want to look at the black powder. I already have 98 and 100. I wanted that for some research. I guess I have the Explorer now, which is some kind of cool car. Which also means that I have automated quartz production slightly. Which is over here, and I built another MAM and workshop crafting bench. So there is silica, I think, being produced, and also this is quartz crystals. Probably I also build more coal power plants over there. And then there is coal and quartz coming in via these stackable conveyor poles. Quartz is directly going in here. And coal is going over there to produce steel. With this iron ore belt. And I might try to produce even more steel or do something else with this iron. I think the quartz is basically done producing, but maybe I just didn't add any storage. So one idea would be to send all of this to storage for now, or to send it to the whatever it was called, awesome sink. I'm not sure where I might need all of these things. It would be really nice if it just showed what this is if I hover over this. Guess I have to find smart plating. I know this name. The other things have different names, but I might find them in here. So reinforced iron plates and these rotors. And I guess I need 1000 of them. And then these other structures. Versatile framework. Needs the cube things. Modular frames and a lot of steel beams. So I guess I should ramp up my steel production. And then automated wiring with a lot of cables and stators. So this definitely needs me to get some wire over here, and I might just produce the cable on site rather than shipping both the wire and the cable. And basically this only has to go where the steel pipes are. And then I can send it to the space elevator, which is very physically attached to the ground with this staircase or ramp. I wanted to go down for now. Don't have the jetpack yet. I'm so used to just jumping down every time from other save games. Don't have plastic yet, but I want to do this basically more. Okay, this is just one hand equipment slot. I thought it was also inventory.
Tool belt expanded. I compounded sulfur's tristatic atom matrix into a quadrimensional gate vortex. You can now carry more stuff.
Guess I didn't take more of the black powder, otherwise I would be able to now build nobelisks. I might just get some if I find where I produced that. Probably over there somewhere. Just need to get up. This container is very properly placed in this ramp. I guess the container was first and then I built the ramp through there. I'll just go around here. And I might actually build a container for the black powder, so I don't have to wait every time until it's full. $30 per minute. That means a normal conveyor belt should be good enough. And here I will use the belt Mark II. And it's nice that the regeneration happens automatically, so I don't actually need to eat food if I'm not constantly in danger. And now I'm thinking about automating steel production properly with the blueprint. This is the first time in this playthrough that I have used or that I will use the blueprint designer. I think I just have to build things first, and then I can name, or I could name it before, but I will first just make a design. And I will base it on foundations. Somehow now my headphones again are only producing sound on the right side, and I was a bit confused. Probably that's not the case for you. I mean, only hearing sound on the right. Confused maybe. Now I need foundries. I guess I might not be able to throw that many foundries in this blueprint. I think there is not enough space for a splitter. So I will just move this over a bit, or maybe I'll just first build the splitter. I can always move things over later. This would be things coming in from the bottom left. And I might work on something else soon. The good thing is I can just take the smelter and use E to get to the other kind of this building. This should be fine. $45 per minute, so yes. In goes 45 per minute, out comes 45 per minute. This means that the belt Mark 1 should be good enough. I probably will have to move things over again. I need to be able to fit a splitter in the right place rather than directly in the face of this thing. I will make a blueprint from that just to test it out. Temporary foundry thingy. Save blueprint, obviously. And I will now clear the blueprint designer. Then I will go to the building thing and use this blueprint. Okay, I see the problem. The problem is actually having the foundations below that. So maybe I shouldn't use foundations. Notch exceeds max distance, but okay, it's just slightly off. But it was wrong anyway, so I will have to just start with the left one. With the left splitter. Which will be like that. Either I'm doing it this way, Or this one will move to the front a little bit. I'm always wanting to press R, but I guess that's not how this works. R is not for rotating, R is something else, or nothing, or changing some mode. And now I can place the foundry. And also I see now that I need some space for the belt. So I can't move this splitter all the way in this direction. There will be some belt that looks out of there. I can show it in a moment. And also this splitter is not in the correct place, so I will just move this. I wish I could just nudge it after it's already existing, just move it about, just not having to dismantle it first. I guess I can nudge it now. And there should be space for one belt going through here. Maybe I need to actually connect this. I'm not sure whether the other thing worked. I will just look at the sulfur black powder production. I built this little ladder to go up here. Let's hope I can get up without dying. These are actually not stars, but the space elevator platform in the sky. So I basically placed this belt elevator thing there, and it works. I guess I connected it here first, and then I built it reverse. So that's why it's attached to that factory. I don't know if I might do the same thing somewhere else, or if it basically doesn't matter because it's the same distance. There's just this rubbery tube thing, and it doesn't really allow me to see what's going on in there. But this belt is moving, so apparently the coal gets through, and I have seen that the machine is crafting, so this should actually work. There's also this little tube thing, but I don't really think that I could get it anywhere closer. And there the tube is directly attached to the splitter. Anyway, I will try making this into a blueprint. This is basically the first part of things. I might still add a merger on this side. Sadly, I can't legally or aesthetically legally put this closer to there. Maybe I will keep this sort of not clipping, even though I don't really see why this would make sense. Okay, now I can actually make the blueprint. I will also delete the other blueprint, potentially. Edit. Can I remove this? I guess I can do it in here. Apply changes. I guess I always have to apply that if I delete something. Yeah, there was a little bit more distance than I would have expected. I mean, this is already quite long of a belt. Sometimes I can't even see what I'm doing. Not sure if there's a good example. Hello, Morp. So this is a bit closer to than other factories. But I think this was legal without the flipping. There's my iron smeltery, and this is, I think, even closer together. And there it was difficult to connect the splitter to the factory. Okay, I will just call it Foundry Part 1. Maybe also steel, because the recipe is already set. I'm not sure what else it could smelt otherwise. Maybe some aluminium part. Save blueprint. And now I will use this blueprint to make more of this. And I have to rotate it. It's weird that it doesn't load it in the way that I have saved it. Have to move this over by a bit. I think now this should be aligned. Sadly, I can't put it anywhere closer together, even though it doesn't really look like there's any collision. But I guess it's fine.
Building in blueprint mode can further optimize your construction process with snapping and quick dismantling options. Build modes are not just there to make your work easier, they compensate for inevitable human error. Fixit understands humanity like no other, and humanity needs you to be efficient and productive at all times.
Of course. So I like this snapping mode with the line. Apparently that makes sure that everything is aligned, which it seems to be. Now it's even closer together. And I guess that's all I can fit in the blueprinter. So I will make this a blueprint once I connect everything. I will even use the strongest belts in between. And now I see that these splitters are actually wrong, which makes the whole thing a little bit not so good. Okay, let's just load the part 1 again. I have to turn this splitter around so that the output goes to the right. I think that wasn't correct before. And I have to use 3 above each other and then delete the first 2. And then use the elevator or conveyor lift. And I think I still have to connect this. And now I can override the blueprint, because now it might be more correct than before. Save blueprint. Yes. And now, I'm not sure if there's a good way in this menu to get out of here. I don't always want to have to go to that X and click it. Escape doesn't? Oh, okay, now it works. Now it doesn't work again. Not sure why that is. Randomly escape worked to get out of this menu, but sometimes it doesn't. Sadly, the snapping doesn't fix the rotation. Or does it? Now it doesn't seem like it's snapping properly. Not sure what about this isn't correct. I might just use the nudge mode. Did this not properly override the blueprint? And also, are all connections done yet? This is configured properly. I might also still build one power pole somewhere, if that works. And with the power poles and cables, I don't really care about clipping. So there it doesn't really allow me to choose this exit, so it seems like this is already connected properly. Now that I added the power pole, I should be able to override this again. And I hope that this works now. I might just clear the blueprint designer and just build this again with the blueprint that I have just created. I wonder why it shows this one direction. Is this the direction of where the terminal is? I guess this is where I can place it. And I can't go any further to the left. So I will just build this now. And then I will build the same thing again, right next to this. And then I will build it once again. And I guess building this without foundations is actually good. Now I need to connect the cables. Yeah, triple furnace setup. And I hope it actually works. I still don't know why I get these weird sounds sometimes. There might be some artifact hidden around here. I don't think I have it in my inventory still. Okay, this will be called Triple Foundry. Steel Foundry. I guess I can write everything capitalized. Should I write stuff or splitters and mergers? I guess I might just write it correctly. Can select a color. Let's just select a nice purple. For whatever reason. Okay. And I think what I will do with this is just go to where my current steel factory is and either replace it in place or build another one in a slightly different place and then remove the other one when this is done. I think I should be able to find this in my blueprint mode just now. And I also should be able to get more iron ore from over there. And I also want to add storage for the silicon items. If I had enough iron plates. What I could do is replace some not so good conveyor belts. And this will give me some iron plates back. But if I need more iron plates to actually build these foundries, then I have a problem. Sadly now I don't see... Or do I? Yeah, now I see where they are aligned. I think the splitters and mergers also require iron plates, so this is a problem. The good thing about Factorio is that you can play it without the enemies turned on. But yeah, this game here is also quite playable. And I basically use it to cope with the fact that Factorio Space Age is not released yet. Yeah, I'm not sure at what point people told you that. I mean, there was a point where you needed certain items from enemies. But nowadays that is not necessary anymore. I'm not sure though how it will be with Space Age. There might be some new creatures on new planets. And maybe they drop some stuff, but I'm also not sure whether the devs might allow peaceful mode. There's also enemies being turned on but in peaceful mode, which means that they only attack you when you attack them. This would be a compromise between having them turned on or completely turned off. And you could also just turn off pollution, so that the enemies don't smell your factory and therefore don't attack you. And of course, I'm not sure if you played the demo, you could just try that. But in the demo, I think there are scenarios, and there you can't really turn off the enemies. I think I will get some kind of sensor to check if I might be able to find some artifact here. I don't see an artifact being in my inventory. I guess in the end game of Factorio it's kind of fun to have enemies, but also a little bit tedious to deal with them all the time. Depends on whether you want a little bit of destruction action. There are some tools to make it really fun. But sometimes, or most of the time, I like to turn them off because it's more tedious just to clear the nests. Power slugs. So I know that there is a power slug in this poisonous area, but I can't really deal with that right now. Mushroom? No. 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 Maybe the sound comes from this power slug over there. That would be annoying to have the sound always be here, even though I can't really survive going there. I might remove these limestones. There's no cave hidden behind the limestone. Can I go up here? I can. I wanted to land on this thing and then jump further, but maybe it's a bit difficult. Where's the barrel nut? And I guess there are some berries over there. I wonder if there are some lizard doggos in this area, since there are so many of these pale berries. But dropping an item is quite difficult or tedious to do. Maybe not difficult, but rather tedious. You have to basically open your inventory and then somehow put these things out of the hand. Split stack, I guess. And then move this out of the inventory. And then there's a pale berry lying around. I don't think I have a lizard doggo anywhere close to me, so this wouldn't really make sense right now. There's one of these non-flying birds. That's what they are officially called in the wiki. They can only run around. There's a power slug. And there are some more ores. Iron ore. More iron ore. And I wonder if all of this is also iron ore. If that is the case, then I will try to use all of them to maybe make a big iron plate factory, now that I know how to use blueprints. Okay, I will make a little tag. I'm actually there. Six impure iron ore patches. Select icon. I don't think this works. So it would be nice if you could actually select an iron ore patch or an iron ore icon. I guess I might choose the color light blue or something. That reminds me of iron. And you can basically set how far you see this tag on the map. But I wanted to go actually and first just get some iron plates and rebuild that steel factory. There seems to be another power slug or something. or something. Is it on top of this rock? Is it inside this rock when I bug through it? A Mercer Sphere.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Yeah, this was quite unnoticeable, at least from looking at it. Some more quartz. There's some Caterium. Okay, but before continuing, I will have a little break. See you in a few minutes.